That's good enough. Let's do a test. Turn it down a little bit. Do, do, do. That works. Oh, someone has joined. Matthew. Hello, Matthew, and welcome to probably the first time I've ever done something like this. So forgive me if it seems very simple and but out of nowhere. Thank you, Tap. I really appreciate it. Um, my name is Thomas. Welcome to Accursed Studios. Or excuse me, Accursed Studios. I am basically using this opportunity to introduce everybody to the wonderful world of, well, I guess you could call it D&D and dice collecting. I just a little bit of context. I have been playing D&D for about 7 to 8 months, but I've been doing it virtually on my VR headset. Uh, we've implemented some D&D rules into avatars that we collect and worlds that we go to, and we have a D&D session there. And because of that, I have started a collection. I have so many dice here, everything from simple resin die to liquid core die to metal die to metal hollow die. And I was just going to show them to you and get your opinions on everything. I do hope you stick around for this. I am in no means an expert at this, so please bear with me. It is a Q&A, so you can ask me questions, um, but you can also give me advice if needs be. I am humble like that. I'm new to this, so without further ado, I would like to start the ball rolling with the first set of dice I ever got. Now, I went to an anime convention, and I picked up this, my first ever set. We'll start off with this. This is a metal core. It looks like it has blood on it. Now, because this is my first ever one that I ever did, I had decided that from my first D&D campaign that I ever did, I would utilize these for it. These, again, they are metal core, or they're metal die, very shiny, and they look like they just got a little splatter on it. I love the possibility of using a specific kind of die for a specific kind of campaign. Now, because the character I'm using is a tiefling warlock, so a little bit of evil, a little bit of darkness, I've got some black and red, and I seemed it would be perfect for that. But this is a really good set. I use this for my rolls. Like I said, first ever die I got. Virginia Beach. All right. Oh, for context, I am Florida man. I come from Florida, but I currently live in Georgia, just outside the Atlanta area. But like I said, these metal die, I really, really love these. They have been good to me, so they have not had to go into timeout. But these are a wonderful set, and I love them greatly. Now, not long after I got that dice set, my wife gave me a gift. It was these dice, which she got, she said, off of Timu. These are also metal, but they're like a pewter. And they have actually, it looks like someone, flicked paint on them to give them a look of blood splatter. These are really nice. I have yet to use these for a campaign or anything, but I like what I'm seeing from these. A wonderful set of dice. These are very heavy too. These weigh a lot more than the previous one I had. Very beautiful dice. Now, the third pair of dice I got, these are one of my favorite sets. These are also metal, but they are very shiny. And these are special. These dice have Viking iconography labels, symbols on them. Viking symbols. For the top number, they have a Viking symbol on them. For this one, you have like a simple symbol here. I can't remember exactly what that means, but it's really nice. Very shiny. That has actually got Fenrir on it for the top number. There he is. There's the wolf. This is a nice little set. Again, these I've yet to use. My campaign that I'm running right now, I run with these dice. Let me show you the most recent dice that I got. These I am lovingly calling my Zelda set because the green color and the gold seem to match very, very well. I just recently picked these up. I got these off of Amazon for about $12. But these are metal dice, but they got this gold, beautiful gold, and a shiny, almost sparkling green effect to the dice. Whenever I look at these, I just immediately think of Zelda and Link, and that's what I'm basically calling this. This is my Zelda dice. These are beautiful. I really, really love these. Can't wait to use them in a D&D campaign. And again, these are metal dice, so good stuff. Now, this next one I'm going to show you is also a metal dice, but they are zinc. They are they have almost like a matte finish to them, almost Japanese-like, and very heavy and very sharp. The sharp corners on these dice. They have like a zinc, almost aluminum, non-polished aluminum finish to them. And they also have these beautiful flower designs on them that I really, really like. They're almost Japanese or Asian in some form or fashion. But I really, really like these. Very easy to read on the numbers. Again, I got these off of Temu. They were really, really, really good deal on these. Beautiful set. Beautiful set. Now the next set I've got, we'll just have to flip my little case thing over here. By the way, this is the book that I use for my D&D campaigns. Any kind of special things, like if we get a specific item or something, I will put them in this book here. Do I have anything written down? Yes. I have something I jotted down for, I got a 250 gold that day. And most recent one was this one, where I got 3 greater strength health potions. So that's what I jot everything down into, a little Zelda thing. And we go over to this side, we have a few more dice. Now these are not metal dice, but these are nice little sets on their own. All of these are resin die, and some of them are simple. And let's see here. Yeah, these. Very light, very simple, like a gray marble. I'm trying to figure out what I would use campaign-wise. If you have an idea of what you would use these particular dice for, feel free to, send me a little comment or give me a note right there. Tell me what you would use these specific dice for, what kind of setting you would use the dice in. But yeah, these are just a simple dice. You won't get anything simpler than these unless they're just like a solid color die. But these are really nice. I really, really like these. And these, I got them for very, very cheap. This dice, interesting color scheme on them. I'll grab the D8, the D4, and the D20 for this. But these are just interesting, to say the least. Very Dwemer-like. I don't know. For some reason, it just gives me off images of like Skyrim Dwemer caverns. Really, really nice dice. Really like these. These are also resin dice, so they're very light. They make good rolls. And for context, let me show you this too. This is my tray that I roll my stuff on. This is one of those where they snap and you can lay it flat. Makes it easier for transportation if you could put it in a backpack or something, or some kind of carrying case. So that's what I use that for. But I do like these dice. I'm trying to figure out what kind of scenario I would have for these specific dice, but I'll figure that out eventually. But feel free to ask any questions concerning the dice. Where I got them, I'll let you know. These are interesting. I like these dice right here. They have imagery on them that makes me think of dragons. Because there are dragons on them. Let me take a look at this real quick. Yes. If you look carefully, it looks like we've got a dragon circling the floor. This is a nice little dice set too. For you that just joined, feel free to ask questions, comments, things like that, and advice. I'm new to D&D. I'm turned into very much of a dice goblin here, but I'm always interested in bits of advice, tips, tricks, things like that. I think the hardest thing that I'm learning about D&D is the verbiage and knowing what attacks do what and what I could do to beef up this attack, what cancels out what. The math I have no problem with. That's not a big problem for me. But this set, oh yeah, I like this one. This is almost like a galaxy. Very purple and greens. Very nice. I like the etchings on them. They almost look Viking or very Nordic. They're a nice little set. Again, I would probably use this for some kind of space-themed RP or D&D session, because it just gives you an idea of like nebulas and stuff, the sparkle on these. All right. But again, this is like probably the first time I've ever done a live video, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm trying my best, but feel free to, comment and give me advice. I'm always eager for advice and tips. Anything to make my D&D sessions that much better. Okay. I think it's good for me to show these. I got these at a Ren Fair. They were stupid cheap. They were like $5. This is about as simple as D&D dice as you're going to get. Simple color, easy to read numbers, bim bam boom. That's all you need. This is your D10, D20, and your percentage die. For those that don't know what this is all about, you would roll this and your D10 to get a percentage. So if you rolled and it landed upright and you had a 30, and this one was a 2, there's 32. That's how you would roll a percentage. Now, you can get D&D dice that go as high as a D24, a D30. You can get a D100, but it's just basically a ball. I actually have one that I'm going to be showing you guys later on. But anyways, this is as simple as you're going to get when it comes to D&D dice. Simple color, easy to read numbers, no muss, no fuss. And I do have an order that I put everything in here. I got my D4 here, my 10 here, my 8 here. That's my 12. There's my 6 percentile and my D20. And that's it for the first batch. Now, for this next batch that I'm going to show you, these are basically the dice that I got for my wife. She does not play D&D as much, but in case she decides to, I will have those just the same. Oh, I forgot to take this one because these are special too. And I'll show you guys what it's all about with these. This box here is a little interesting. But either way, these next set of dice that I'm going to be showing you guys is some of my most interesting and eclectic ones. And there's a lot to take in here. So let's start with the ones in the middle. These are resin die, but they have almost a gel-like, almost a metallic color to them. They're very shiny. These are just straight pink, no, with just indentions for the numbers. But they're just a really weird set. I would probably use this for like someone who wanted to do like their character was like a slime or something, like a pink slime. Or it's just an interesting little. I couldn't pass these up. These are just really light. But here, let me check something out here real quick. All right. But yeah, these are the simple little dice. They didn't really cost me terribly too much, but I just really like them, and I'm curious to see what I could do with them. What kind of world they would be in. Again, if there's a specific world that you would use your dice in, tell me what it would be. I'm open to opinions. So let us look at which one do I want to do. Let's do this one. These are light dice that I'm going to be showing. They are metal, they are light, and they are hollow. These beautiful dice, which jingle, these are metal, they are hollow, and they are beautiful. I really like these. They sparkle very well. I like the shine to the purple of the numbers. I would love to see how these would be utilized in a campaign. They're just a very beautiful set. I would love to see what someone could do for something like these. Very beautiful. I like these. I don't know, there's just something about these. The little shine to them, the fact that they're hollow. They make good rolls. You would think a hollow dice would make good rolls, but they do. They make very good rolls. Now, from the lightest dice that I have to what I would consider the heaviest dice that I have, these are probably my most eclectic ones. These are the oddest ones I have. They are heavy, they are very pokey, almost like they're made of straight brass. But the green is very prominent. They have like this bronze, dirty gold color to them. But they're very interesting to look at. They're just these I had to get. I got these. These I also got off of Temu, but God, I'm heavy dice. Curious to see what now these I would use in a story of like a dwarven character. They're heavy, almost industrial. Wonderful set. Very difficult to put in here because they're just so sticky. Now shine. Let's go for some shine here. These dice are very beautiful as well. And in the right kind of light, they sparkle. I got these a couple of weeks ago. They have like a small filament paper in there, and it just makes it sparkle like glass. It's very beautiful. I'm curious what I would use this one for. The only thing I could think of with something like this is maybe some type of elf, like a high elf. A high elf would have something like this because it's just so flamboyant and out there. These are very beautiful dice. Again, if you have any questions about D&D or just dice in general, feel free to ask me. I'll do whatever I can to help out. I'm also very new to D&D, so if anybody has any advice for me, please let me know. But yeah, these dice, very beautiful. Like them. Now, this next dice I'm going to show you, I didn't need them, but I saw them and I got them. I saw them several times and I thought, I got to get them eventually. So I had to. These are, uh, I mean, there's just no way around it. These are my watermelon dice. Uh, I I got these the same time that I got my shiny silver ones here, or my prism ones. But I found these and I had to get them. I got these at a pretty good deal too. They're very, very cheap. You can easily read the numbers on them. They just look really, really good. Really like them. Numbers are easy to read. They're very sharp too. They have little sharp points to them. It makes for some interesting rolls, that's for sure. I put that in the wrong spot. Yeah, I have a system to everything. There we go. Now, what happened? I've showed you everything there. Now I'm going to show you some odd sets. Okay, one of these I'm very, very sad about. One of them I'm kind of embarrassed about, but it's to show the process. That's the main reason why I'm showing it. I'll show this first. These are dice that I got, that I made. And I made them with a mold. I got a resin, I got some resin, I got a black light warmer, and using some glitter that my wife provided to me, I made my own set of dice. Now, this was my first attempt, so I knew these weren't going to be turning out great, but again, it's a learning process, so I'm keeping them regardless. They probably won't have very good rolls considering the fact that they had little bubbling issues right there, and when I painted them, it didn't turn out good at all, as you can tell. See, that one looks good-ish for first time, but yeah, this was my first ever attempt. Now that D20 looks all right. That D20 looks fine, just fine. But, you know, like I said, it was my first attempt at making my own dice. You learn, you get advice, but like I said, my first ever attempt at doing dice, making my own dice. So that's what I wanted. Now this one, I'm a little embarrassed to say, I am missing one of the dice. I'll find it eventually, but these are just too beautiful to not show. These are hollow metal dice, but they are very beautiful. They have like a little green gem. They have a dragon on them. It's just my green eye dragon dice. Or I could probably call it the jade-eyed dragon dice. That's what I think I should call these. The jade-eye dragon. Very beautiful. Now, this one, this dice right here, this had a slight defect to it. The number one, where's the number one? Where are you, number one? Oh, probably skipping it. There's 3, 2, 1. Yeah, the number one here was not level. As you can see, it still is not 100% level. I actually had to take a small little hammer and kind of like gently kind of tap that down so to have an even roll. It's level now, but still, that came to me like that. You're going to find slight defects with some of these dice, but either way, beautiful set. Really like them. And I'll find that other die eventually. think that one that's missing is my D8. Yeah, it's a D8. I'm missing my D8. This is another example of a very beautiful set that's very simple. A marble effect to it. It's whenever I look at these, really showing some age here, I think of the second Ghostbusters movie when they had to deal with that pink slime and they had that slime river below New York. It's what kind of reminds me of. But again, easy to read numbers, very light dice, beautiful color. Love the marbling effect on it. What kind of campaign would you use this dice on? Curious to know. What kind of character would use a dice like these, in your opinion? I'm curious. And welcome. I see that person that joined. I put that in the wrong spot. That's supposed to go there. That's supposed to go there. All right. D20 there. Oh, I got it backwards again. This is supposed to go here. Okay, this set. I gotta show you these. This set I actually got as well. And they initially came in this thing, Astral Plane. It came originally in this, but I've taken them out and put them in my case. But these are a beautiful set too. I really like the color on these. Really like the shine on these. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I know it's just a simple little thing. Hopefully you'll like what you see. I'm just sharing my collection of D&D dice. I'm open to hearing any kind of opinions on D&D, what you would use the dice for, what your favorite dice is. I'm curious to hear what people's favorite dice are. I have everything from these simple resin dice to metal dice to liquid core dice, which I have yet to show any, and hollow dice. All right. This is also a very nice purchase. This is like a $12 purchase. I got 2 of these. They really help in keeping everything neat and safe. Now, for this next dice, this is dice 2. I'm going to show these off. But in order to show this dice, the way I really want to, I'm going to have to turn my light off. Actually, I want to turn a couple of sets of lights off. So, why is it so dark in here? Aside from the simple, soft glow of the red light I have going on over here. Well, that's because this dice has a secret. When you take them out and shake them, they glow. I literally have some D&D dice that glow when you roll them. Some of them. Oh, that one's not rolling. I'll have to look into that one. Let's try this one. There we go. They're supposed to go off on impact, but these are some interesting dice. I really like this. Oh, that's the percentage die. And there's your D20. Very, very nice dice. Very fun dice. Let's tone this down a little bit. There we go. We'll go back to where we were before. But anyways, these are fun little dice that I like to use every now and then. Just some metal. There we go. Low for me. They're fun dice. I really like them. There we go. You got to put them in a specific slot so that they can charge. There we go. Fun little dice. I really like these. Now, for the next set that I'm going to show you, we're going to start to dive into. I'll show you these. These are my wife's dice. I got her as I was collecting all these dice. I started finding specific dice that my wife actually ended up liking, and I said, you know what? I'm going to get her some dice with her name on it. They really speak to her. So this little bag here has got these beautiful dice. She really likes these. They're kind of like an orange and blue melded together. These are also kind of like galaxy dice. Really, really, really nice. I like them a lot. But these are her. These are for my wife. These are wonderful little dice. These are fun dice. Welcome for anybody that just recently joined. I'm showing off my collection. Hopefully you like what you see and you stick around. The little bag my wife had, but inside are these really lavender liquid standard resin dice. They seem to match in this little bag, and she really likes it. Anything lavender she loves. So these have like nice little designs on them. Very beautiful. Very peaceful. So it was only right to put it in this color bag. Now this one specifically is probably my wife's favorite of the dice that I got her. These dice have little mushrooms in them. Look at that. There's that little guy. He's near the bottom. This one's kind of floating there. Here's a little guy. He's floating in the middle too. Really good job of placing the innards of these guys in here. They look really, really good. And for those that don't know D&D dice, you have different dice that do different things for different situations. This is your D20. These are like your standard one that you would normally roll with. This is a percentage die. You would use that alongside your D10 here to get a percentage number. This is a D8. This is usually used for damage. This is a D12, which I'm still trying to figure out, what exactly you would use a D12 for. Anybody got any ideas? I see that one person watching. Hopefully you stick around. And here's your standard D6. But again, little mushrooms on the inside. Very good for an elf or some kind of, forest witch or something. Really interesting set. I really like this. Oh, and there's the D4. I forgot to show that one. But yes, feel free to ask any questions concerning my collections. I'm still going. I still got a lot here to go through. And I'm hoping, I'm just getting more or less my D&D, life going. I need to see something here. I see that people have been commenting, but I haven't seen if anybody else has commented further. Let me go off with this little set. My wife picked this one mainly because of the bag. This little felt bag with a little bat in it. But on the inside, we have these dice. Pink, hints of green, and white, and some clear. So you can really see the green in that one. This is really nice. My wife likes these. That's why I got these for her. She really likes these. 2 people watching. Wow. Well, it was 2 people. This is a nice little set. This is a beautiful little set. I like it a lot. The one in the center, if I remember correctly, this one is a marble looking one. Yes, it is. These are a marble design, but they're colors that she really likes, kind of a baby blue with pink. These are definitely some of the simple dice that you can get as far as design-wise are concerned. Welcome to those that joined. I hope you like what I have to offer. I don't have much, but I'm just sharing my D&D dice collection. If you have questions about any of the dice you see, please let me know. If you have advice for me on what it takes to do D&D, I'm always open. I'm very new to D&D, but I'm still learning. We're all learning. But this is another beautiful set that my wife really, really likes. Let me see something here. Hopefully the music you're hearing in the background is not too loud. I just wanted some ambiance, and the only thing I could think of is Skyrim music. It's appropriate for what we're doing. But if there's a specific kind of dice that you really, really like that you would like to own one day, please tell me about it. I'm curious. When I finish this video, I am going to post it on my page, just so I can get some people to kind of watch it and look it over, and maybe it'll give them something interesting to look at. Now, all of these tubes are what I keep all my liquid cores in. I have 3 liquid core dice, and I'm going to show this one to you first. We'll go with these first 3. These have an eyeball in the center. Do you see that eye following you? Look at that. Isn't that creepy? I really like these. This is a fun die. And I like how it kind of jerks and moves whenever you move. You see? It's like it's actually looking at you when you do your rolls. Look at the D6. Isn't that creepy? Creepy but cool. I like that. These are a fun dice set to have. But yeah, that's a good one. And I keep them inside these little test tube looking things. These are fun. Liquid core is really fun visually. You can get some that look like they have like dragon eyes in them. In this case, they're just like a simple eye with like a red inside of it. You can get some like, well, let's go with these. These are the first liquid cores that I ever got. And these are the most visually appealing, in my opinion. Because, look at that. You see that? Let's give them a quick roll in here, and I'll show you what they look like. See that sparkle? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That sparkle. I love that. It's one of my favorite dice. And they have like the tips of these kind of like a fade to a black. So they were advertised as like a black set, but oh man, that's so beautiful. I really like these die. They're a very fun set. But yeah, all of the dice fit fairly good inside of these carrying cases. See that? And just kind of plop right in, right to the tip top. Now there are some dice that will not fit inside these little tubes, but some of these I have to put in a specific order because they won't fit. They're like too swollen at the base. This set, I would probably use these as my pirate dice because of what these things are like. These are also liquid core. But do you see that on the inside? That's a skull. It's a pirate skull. The top, the skull of the pirate, the face of the pirate will always look up. Look at that. You see it? You see it moving around like that? Oh, that's so cool. It's one of my favorites. I don't know if they're, what am I kidding? They're all favorites of mine. Now, I have one here that's not a liquid core, but I had to put it in it's very beautiful. This is almost like a shimmering sky. They're not liquid cores, but they're just very beautiful. They have like metal. They have, or not, excuse me. They have like gold flakes on the inside, and those look really, really nice. I like them a lot. Really beautiful. What could I use these for? What possible scenario, what possible character would these dice symbolize? That's what I want people in the comment section to do. Timestamp the spot of the dice that you see and let me know, what would that character be? What would your character be like? Curious to know. Curious to find out. Oops. There we go. Sometimes these dice kind of catch the sides and kind of throw you off. Now we're coming to all these dice. These dice right here, I got from a set. My wife chose the one with the bats. But each of these are all marble colors. So they're going to have an interesting look to them. Just different color variations, like this one. It's like a purple and gray. So I picture a dragon with having something like this. So that's what colors I see associated with that. Really, really like those. That's what these are. Very, very beautiful dice. Now, this is a lion on here. And I think of orange for a mane of a lion. So the dice that I got, I rearranged so that they fit. You have like a yellow and orange marbling effect on these dice. These come from the same purchase. There was 6 of them. I have 5 now. I gave one to a friend, and one bag for a friend. So I have the rest. But yes, this simple marble, orange, yellow, resin die, easy to read, white numbers, beautiful. What scenario would you have that one as? So what do we got here? This wolf one. We have a wolf one right here. This wolf one here. We have. Oh yeah, this is really nice. Oops. This one we have almost a gunmetal gray with a navy blue. Look at that D8. That D8 looks really nice. D12 ain't half bad either. But this is a nice little set. I really like these two. Again, what scenarios would we use these dice in? That's the beautiful thing about having all these different kinds of dice. So if you ever go to a friend's house, or if you have a friend come over to your house to do a D&D campaign, and you're saying, well, what are we doing? Today is the day we come up with our characters. All right, what's your story? All right, what kind of characters would be in this story? Okay, they can be modern day tech, or things like that. And then you just pick the dice according to what you want. This is really nice. The green and blue. Very shiny green and blue. So, really like these. Again, I love just a simple white for the numbers. Easy to read, easy to understand. And bamboo. And that's it from that set. Now, probably my most beautiful dice is this one right here. Now, these are not officially mine. I am actually giving these to a friend, but because of the postal strike happening in Canada, I cannot get them to her. But these, have you ever seen those tea sets that have like a gold rim around them? Look at these. Look at these. These are beautiful. Now, I hope this can show, but there's like a simple, clear coat around this, flaked with gold, and then you have these beautiful flower patterns everywhere. These would make very good use for someone who actually has a tea set. that these would actually fit in. So if you've ever seen those tea sets that have like these patterns on them, maybe are rimmed in gold, these would make a good complement for those type of tea sets. This is definitely a very feminine dice set. So this could be a good one. And I hope my friend actually enjoys these when I send them. Now, the last sets I have to show are not so much a set. This bag, this little dragon bag I have here, this dragon eye bag I have here, has got one metal die in it, but it's something. Well, no, all of the dice in here are either not a complete set or very odd, or different as opposed to all the rest of the dice. And we're going to dive into that right now. So, first thing I want to pull out of here, that's the most intriguing thing, is metal, and is this. This, my friend, is a dice spinner. So you have your D12 there, D6, D4. And this thing spins forever until you like put your finger to stop it. And it's whatever these little icons land on. So if it's like that for a D12, it's 5. If it's...
I'm just getting some pajama pants.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I'm doing a YouTube live video. But yeah, this is a beautiful set. I really, really like this one. Like I said, this bag has got all my odd stuff. But this is a real nice set that I like. And hopefully I'll get some use out of this. So who would have thought we would have a dice spinner? Very odd. Very intriguing. Now, what else do I have in my little odd bag? Okay. This one is not a usable dice at all because of what happened to it. This was me making an attempt of putting a 4-leaf clover. This was like the first time I did make my own dice. It turned out to be a pretty big fail. But I keep it just the same. It's got that little air bubble that was right there. And what I did to this that I shouldn't have done was I should have poured about half, let it dry for a tiny bit, and then put the 4-leaf clover in. But as you can see, it kind of just sunk to the bottom, which was very disappointing. But, you know, trial and error, that's what this one is about. I keep it for more or less sentimental reason and like a conversation piece. Something to, you know, whenever I'm pouring out all my dice, someone says, well, what's all this about? And that just starts the ball rolling on a lot of things. It's a nice little die for that particular reason. Now, what else do we got in here? Oh, this guy. So this is a big D20. Now, what makes this stand apart from anything else, you say? Well, there's a reason for that. If I get it close to this light, and then set it down, and then turn off the light, kind of like this. You can't really see it too good, but it does glow. Actually, I'll be able to make this sucker glow for you. Give me a moment. I'll show you the quickest way for me to get that thing to glow. So, what am I doing here? I have a light here. This is a LED light. Why do I need an LED light? So that I can shine it on this. Really get in there. And after that, now we have a glowing D&D dice. Look at that. Ain't that amazing? Look at that. I'm going to shine it on here until I get to the top. There we go. How do you like your dragon die? Look at that dragon. That dragon looks pissed. That's it. My glowing D&D die. Really, really like this one. A fun piece. A friend gave it to me. He collects a bunch of D&D dice and stuff like that, and he decided to give me some dice that he had laying around as like a little gift, and I'm glad he did. Fun little die. But he also had me pick out a couple more. Gave me this one, which I really, really like. It's another simple little D20. Very beautiful in color. This, though, I bought for myself. It's extremely heavy. It is gold. It is a metal die. And oh my God. Can you imagine just going to like a store, maybe like a flea market, and you see someone who's selling their own dice, and you say, so what would I have to, you just don't even take this out, but you just say, what would I have to roll to get a special deal? What will I have to beat to get this at $5 off? And they're like, oh, you'd have to roll something higher than a 15. Like, well, okay, well, you know, roll that. What do I got? Oh, I got a 2. Looks like I won't be able to get my deal. This is a fun little dice. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's 2 more things in here. Yes, this is another one of those dice. Kind of goes along with that other one. It's just another D20. Simple little D20. But this next one is, brace yourself. What is the smallest dice you have ever seen? Well, maybe these. Say hello to my very, very tiny brass D&D dice. Oh, let me get into these. These are interesting, to say the least. Have you ever seen D&D dice so small? There is your D20. And see, all the numbers are on it. The smallest rolls in the world. I mean, that's your 20, I think. Oh, that's a 14, excuse me. But goodness gracious, these tiny little dice. Now, just for size comparisons, here's your standard. Here's the D20. Here's the D20. Okay? Here's your standard D20 die. I mean, come on. Have you ever seen something so odd? I had to get them. And yes, these are just brass. I love them to death. And I wonder what scenario these I would carry in my pocket if I needed to do like an emergency D&D campaign. They're just, like I said, this bag has all of my weird shit in it. The hardest part about these die is don't lose them. Don't do anything to lose these. Don't let the cats get them. Don't forget to put them in your bag when you're done with them. If you do any kind of rolls, make sure it's in the dice tray. But again, the interesting die. And now, I think the last dice that I'm going to show you is the dice that... Remember how I said that sometimes you'll get dice. You can get some dice that are, you know, your D4, your D6s, 8, 10, 12, your percentile die, and then your D20. This bag holds more than that. Say hello to If I'm not mistaken, this is a D60. Let me look. So there's 50. There's 58. 60. 60? Yep. This is a D60 die. Holy crap, that's a big die. So, what does that make this? Well, this, my friend, is a D24. This is a D24. Huh. We're going down. This is a D16. What? Such an odd number. Why would you need that? Well, for reasons like this. If I am not mistaken, this is a D7. Why does it look like it's printed like that? Well, because when you roll it, it'll land like this. So there's your number. What else have we got here? Okay, now we're more getting around to it. This is a simple D20. So here's your standard D20. Okay, that's at least common. What else you got for me? What be this? Well, it's going to land on this or this. So there's nothing on that side, but what's on the opposite side of it? This is a D5. An odd little duck. And here's your D10. This is standard D10. Nothing to worry about there. This is, if I am not mistaken, this is a D8. So it actually landed on the 8. What else we got here? This is a D24, I think. No, it's not. It is a D30. 30. Goodness gracious. It doesn't get much more crazy than that. Does it, though? What do we got here? Another percentile. Fair enough. That seems all right. This little odd one, if I'm not mistaken, is a D11. No, wait a minute. Hold on. 10. Oh, it is a D12. It is a D12. If you ever want to know what the number is, look on the opposite side of where the 1 is. So there's your 1. On the opposite side of it is the 12. So that's the best way to find out what you got. Find the 1, look on the other side. This should be the standard D6. No problems there. But what else we got? We got another one. This odd duck, if I'm not mistaken, is another D4. So whatever it lands on right there, if it lands there, it's a 3. If it lands here, it's a 1. So many different die. This is a numerical one. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. 1, 3, 3, 1. Is this a D3? Here it is. The D100. It doesn't get much more. It's basically round with slight indentions. You would just. How do you roll something like this? I don't know. You would have to, like, bounce it around a surface or something. I'm not going to slam it on the ground or anything, but just doing simple rolls would be just a headache. But this is my most eclectic group of dice. It's just odd. But it took me just over an hour. But actually, it took me an hour to do this. I have showed all of my dice, and it took me an hour to do. So I know not a lot of people tuned in to watch this. Some people popped in and then left, and then others popped in and left. But hopefully, when I upload this to my channel, people might watch it, offer their own little comments. I don't know. Anything. I do appreciate those that did pop in and commented a few times. Remember, I'm still new to D&D, so I'm still learning just like everybody else. You're never too old to learn. But I think I just want to take this opportunity again to say thank you for watching the video. If you've made it all the way here, if you actually made it through this entire video, I would actually like to know if you guys would comment your favorite one of the dice that I showed. Which one appealed to you the most? Which ones do you have questions about? I would really like to know your input. But thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. For everybody out there, good luck with your D&D campaigns. Take care.